This is the video that will show you everything you need from start to finish on how to become successful. And I know that that's a huge claim, and I know that I'm not there, but the exact ideas that I'm going to be sharing with you are the exact ideas that Tom Bilyeu, founder of Quest Nutrition, the fastest growing company in 2012, used. And I'm going to be detailing out to you step by step by step. And it all starts by thinking of this metaphor of as you go through life. And it's all about the narrow road. Constantly on your trajectory from where you are now to where you want to be, to where your absolute biggest goals are, and the goal should be 10 times bigger than you think you can achieve. There's this narrow road, and this narrow road will take you to exactly towards your goals. It sounds easy enough, but the problem is the road is so narrow, and it's so easy to get distracted, to fall into the pathway to the left of the road, or to fall into the pathway of the right side of the road. What you need to do is have the self-awareness to know exactly where you are, and to recognize whether you are on the path towards where you want to be and where your absolute biggest goals are. Are you on that path? And if you're not, then you've got to be constantly course correcting every single day. Ask yourself the question, am I doing what it takes to get towards my goals? Ask yourself that question every day and cultivate the self-awareness through doing things like motivation, through doing things like contemplating where you are in life, to recognize if you're on that path. And the second thing is, that path is not a straight, flat path. What you want to be thinking of your life as a path that's constantly getting steeper and steeper, and that is the path of your growth. You want to think of your growth not as a flat path, but of a path that's slowly curving upwards, and your goal is to constantly be increasing the steepness of the path. You don't want it to be flat. At the end of your life, you want it to be almost vertical. That's how you should think of your life. And the way you do this is by constantly improving yourself by 1% every single day. And those 1% will add up. It's just like compound interest in the bank. You put in £1 and you get 1% interest. That 1% interest will get you more and more and more each time. So you're constantly pulling up the gradient. And how do you do this? Well, there's only one way that you can do this, and that's by cultivating the emotion that you need to get from where you are towards your goals. You see, you can't get your goals just by tiptoeing through life. You've got to be focused, and completely driven, and the only way you can be completely driven like that is by cultivating emotion. Think about all the interviews with successful people that you've heard about. All of them have huge motivation towards their goals. They have all hit rock bottom at one point in their life, and that is the point when they've recognized that they need to get towards their goals. They don't want to get towards their goals, they need to get towards their goals. But I'm here to tell you that you don't need to hit rock bottom, and I'm going to tell you how exactly you can manipulate your brain to think as if you've hit rock bottom, so you can feel as if you need to get towards your goals. And that is again by cultivating emotion. And I'm going to tell you 2 ways that you can cultivate emotion to get towards your goals. First of all, emotion follows motion. Emotion follows motion. To get emotion, to get motivated, if you struggle with motivation, it's because you're not taking enough action. And when you take action, you start getting results. And of course the results are going to motivate you. It's the simple disconnect that you're not making in your life between getting action, getting results, and being motivated. The reason that you're not motivated is because you're not doing anything. Start taking action and the motivation will follow. And the second thing that you've got to do to cultivate the emotion needed to get towards your goals is convince your brain that you've got to get these goals. You can't want to get these goals, you've got to need to get towards these goals. And how do you do that? How do you convince yourself that how do you convince your brain that you need to get your goals? Well, you've got to lay it out logically for your brain. You must make the connection between where you are now and what your goals will make you feel. So you think of the goal that you want to take, and whether that goal is make £1 million. And I'm not recommending to you as that goal, but I'm using that as an example. So your goal is to make £1 million. How would that make you feel? What are the benefits of making £1 million? Well, from making £1 million, one of the benefits might be that you might be able to go skydiving. And that's the first order benefit. You must extrapolate and think of these benefits and make more benefits from these benefits. How will skydiving make you feel? Will it make you feel excited? And it's that excitement that will make you feel fulfilled. Stop thinking about your goal and branch it out. Make a web of benefits that you're going to be getting from your goal until there's no other option, until you can't think of anything else about getting towards your goals. That is what you must do. Don't think of your goals as one thing. Don't think of your goals as having benefits, but think of your goal as having benefits that all have benefits, that all have benefits. Recognize that if you want to be completely fulfilled, then you must get towards whatever your goal is, and that is the only way you will live a fulfilled life. I almost forgot the most important step, and this is exactly what it is. You've got to think of your life as a race. At the end of the race is the finish line, and that is what your dream goal is. You are at the start of the race, and in between the start and the finish line, there's so many obstacles, so many different paths that you've got to get through, and the vehicle that's going to get you from where you are now to where you want to be is the system that you put in place. And if you don't know what this is, then this is the thing that you do every single day. This is the actionable steps that you take every single day. The work that you put in every day, the reading that you put in every day, the listening that you listen from your environment, the data you receive, that is the system, and you've got to come up with a system that you can execute on, actionable steps that you can take every single day that's going to be the driving force that's going to get you towards your goals. And once you have that system, the only step left is taking action that's on your system, executing the system every single day, being self-aware of, is this system driving me towards where I want to be? And if it's not, like I talked about earlier, constantly course correcting your life to get your system back on track. The system is the actionable steps that you take to get to where you want to be. Find the system in your life, take action on the system, and it will be easy to take action on the system once you've got the emotion that I've talked about earlier. That is what you need to do. Constantly change your system until it becomes the perfect system. Copy the systems of the great people that you want to be like. Copy the systems of the books that you read in. Constantly course correct your life. Constantly adapt your system to get you from where you are to exactly where you want to be. That's it.